Students, now we will see more shapes and how they look after turning them in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction through the given amount. It said that turn through 1/4 of a turn for one turn. As it is not said in which direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, we are going to turn it's through 1/4 of a turn in the clockwise direction. So first thing, smiley, many of time you have seen. So for turning smiley, first of all, we will locate the reference point that we are going to turn the smiley about this point. So initially at 12 o'clock, so eyes are above, face is at the bottom. Now when we turn it through 1/4 of a turn, means 90 degree, a quarter turn, eyes will now come to the rightmost side and mouth on the left side. When we turn 1/4 of a turn for forward, means from 12 to 6. Now eyes will be downwards and mouth will be on the top. When we turn it through more 1/4 of a turn, now at 9 o'clock, in this case eyes will be on the left side and mouth will be to the right. So if it is said to turn in anti-clockwise direction through 1/4 of a turn, so first condition will be from this to this, from 12 to 9, from 9 to 6, and 6 to 3. So it's very easy to turn the shapes. Now we are going to turn equilateral triangle for 1/3 of a turn for one complete turn. For turning this uh, equilateral triangle, a triangle with all its sides equal and all its angle equal. Not only this, there is a dot put in the triangle. So we are going to turn this triangle through 1/3 of a rotation from 12 to 4 and 4 to 8. So if I starting to turn this triangle from, so this is our reference line from 12 to 3, that is 90 degree, and from 3 to 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, we can see that the triangle takes its original shape. So the triangle is, the equilateral triangle is what we said is the rotationally symmetrical. So first its original position. After turning it for 1/3 of a turn, your dot will be on the rightmost downward corner. After, now we are going to turn it for next 1/3 of a turn. Means we are going from 12 to 4, 4 to 8. Now after turning the triangle from 12 to 8, we'll see that the dot will be on leftmost corner, and the triangle appears to be as it is. Now it is said turn through 1/4 of a turn for one complete rotation. We are having a square which is divided into 4 quarters, 4 equal parts, and we are going to turn this square either in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction. It's not specified, so we are going to turn it in the clockwise direction. For that, we are going to use this as a reference line. So we will turn it from 12. It's said that 1/4 of turn, so 12 to 3. So first position in which we are having this square, and this quadrant of square is colored. Now if I turn it from 12 to 3 in 1/4 of a turn, the next quadrant will be colored, and when I turn it from 3 to 6, you will see that Now, your third quadrant is colored. Next, if I turn it from 6 to 9, you will see that your second quadrant is now colored. So, you'll see that this colored portion of a quadrant or color quadrant is gradually moving from this to this, this to this, and this to this. Our next figure, it's set again to turn 1/4 of a turn in for one complete turn in clockwise direction. So we are going to draw a reference line vertical, and we are going to turn it to the center at the bottom. So from 12 to 3 and 3 to 6. So initially our rectangle is there and a circle on the top. Now if I turn it to 90 degree, 1/4 of a rotation or a quarter of a rotation, your circle will be on the right hand side and rectangle will be on the left hand side. Now if I turn again for a next turn of 90 degrees, now rectangle will be on the top and circle will be on the bottom. If I turn it to 90 degree more, now your rectangle will be on the right and circle will be on the left. Our next figure has a rectangle and arrow. So first of all, again we are going to make a reference line. Just this will be a dotted invisible line. Just keep in mind for easy turning. Now again from 12 to 3, 1/4 of a turn. So initially rectangle was at down, arrow on the top. Now when it is turned through 90 degrees, rectangle is to the left, arrow to the right, arrow pointing towards right. When it is turned from 3 to 6, now rectangle will be on the top and now arrow will start pointing to the ground. When it is turned from 6 to 9, again through the 90 degree or 1/4 of a turn, now rectangle will be to the right, arrow pointing towards the left. Next pattern in which we are going to turn the given figure through half turn here for a one complete turn. When it is said half turn, how many half turns are there in one complete turn? There are 2 half turns. So initially you can see that the shaded portion of the figure on the top. We will take a reference line over here which is at 12 o'clock. Now we are moving from 12 to 6. So with the center of this figure, I am turning it from 12 towards 6. So you can see for initially the shaded portion was up. Now the shaded portion is down. For next half turn from 6 to 12, we are moving it in the clockwise direction, and we will find that the next position is its original position with the shaded portion on the top side. We are having a hexagon, a regular hexagon with an equilateral triangle on one of its side in the inside, and we are said that we are going to turn it through 1/3 of a turn in for one turn in clockwise direction. So for turning it, again we are taking a dotted line as a reference line. So 1/3 turn from means we are going from 12 to 3 o'clock. So from 4 o'clock. So from 12 we are moving to the 3. So this is 3 and 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock we'll see the hexagon as we look in the regular shape, but the position of the triangle changes. So initially if I draw the hexagon, initially the triangle was pointing down. Now For the next position, the triangle will pointing towards left, but on the in the upward direction. So hexagon as to its original, but triangle now pointing towards left on up. Again, it's said to turn for one complete rotation through one third of a turn. So if I turn it through again from one third of a turn, means from 4 to 8. So at 8 o'clock, you'll see hexagon to its original position again. Only the case that the triangle is pointing towards right now, and the one of the side of the triangle is almost horizontal. In this case, also one of the side of the triangle is almost horizontal. If it is said to turn it through one third of a turn, so initial position is this. When I say one third of a turn, in this case, now the points of the hexagon will point them up and down. So the case in this is the position of hexagon will be like this, and your triangle is pointed to the left for one fourth of a turn in clockwise direction. If I said rotate in the one fourth of a turn in anti-clockwise direction, then this will be the case where the points of hexagon will be up and down, and your triangle will be pointing towards right. So this is a one fourth of a turn in anti-clockwise direction. Figure, it resembles to the hands of a clock, and our hand as minute hand, but they are fixed at 90 degree or at right angle to each other. And it's said to turn the figure through one fourth of a turn for one complete turn in counterclockwise direction. Its counterclockwise direction means as same that of an anti-clockwise direction. So for that, what we are going to do is again putting a reference line, and with this as a center of rotation, I'm going to turn it from 12 to 9 o'clock. So this will be the final position after turning through one fourth of a turn. So initially the figure was this, and now when I turn it through 90 degree, now the small point will be on 12 and large point will be on 9. When again I turn it through one fourth of a turn in anti-clockwise direction, now your large point will be facing to 6 and small point will be facing to 9. For the next one fourth of a turn, the large point will move from 6 to 3 and small point will be now facing to 6. So our last position will be this. Our next shape is nothing but a lollipop, a candy you like to eat much more. We are going to rotate it in one fourth of a turn for one complete turn in counterclockwise direction. So for that, I am again taking a reference line, which is a vertical line, and I'm going to turn this from the bottom. So initial position where we can see that the candy is like this. And now if I turn it in anti-clockwise direction through one fourth of a turn, your circle will be at the left and your handle will be on the right. And this is how your candy will look like. When I again turn it to the one fourth of a turn, your next position where the circle will be on the down, and your next position will be circle to the right and handle to the left, and final position will be its original position. Our next question is about, we are going to find out what is the rule in this pattern of rotation, and we are going to find odd one out. Means we are going to find the figure which breaks the pattern. So find figure which breaks the pattern. So we can see that first figure where the eyes are at the top and it is divided into two parts. Again, if I rotate it through the 90 degree in the clockwise direction, eyes will be to the left. If I further rotate in the 90 through 90 degrees in clockwise direction, eyes will be at the down. So the next position will be, eyes will be on the left, and this line which is at center will be perfectly vertical. But here the case is that the line is sloping and the eyes are on the downside. So the pattern breaking figure is this one. Next figure, in which three triangles are there which are attached to each other. You can see that the figure, if I turn it through half of a turn, 180 degrees, this triangle will be on downside like this. If I again turn it through 180 degree in the clockwise direction, again the triangle will shift from bottom to up. So next figure will be, it's rotated through 180 degree, in which the triangle will be on the down. But the next figure in which the triangle will be on the cross side of another triangle. So the pattern breaking figure is this. Next we are having S. We have already seen about this, in which if I turn the S in anti-clockwise direction through 90 degree, it will be sleeping like this. If I again turn it through 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, it will be the head up and legs down, heads down and leg up. But if I turn it to 90 degrees, then this head should be on the right. But in this case, it is coming in the crosswise. And the next figure, head up, leg down. So the pattern making figure is this. Next, in this figure, you can see that this dot is moving from 12 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. So 12 to 3, 3 to 6. It should be at 6, but it moves directly from 6 to, instead of 6, it moves directly to 9. And again from 6 to 9. So this is the correct figure, and the pattern making figure is this much.